Aries, something you've been holding on to way past its expiration date, is about to slip out of your grip this week. And honestly, you are going to feel lighter the moment it does. This full moon on the 30th lands right as Mercury turns retrograde, and that combination is handing you a permission slip to stop fighting for something that stopped fighting for you a long time ago. Mars is making a supportive sextile to your sign this week, which means you have got the courage to say what you actually mean in love right now. That conversation you keep rehearsing in your head, the one where you edit out the real parts, this is the week to let the unedited version out. Before Sunday, tell someone exactly how you feel without softening it into something easier to hear. Saturn is sitting right in Aries, and that transit asks you to slow down whether you want to or not. Your body is keeping a tally of every skipped meal and late night, and this week it is going to send you the bill. Before the weekend, build in one real rest day where you do absolutely nothing productive, and let that be enough. Mercury turns retrograde around the 30th, and it is squaring your sign, so communication at work is going to feel like pushing through fog this week. Emails will get misread, details will slip through cracks, and things you thought were settled will need to be settled again. Before you hit send on anything important, read it twice and then have someone else read it too. The moon is making a trine to Aries this week, which steadies your gut instincts around money. When something feels off about a purchase or an offer, that feeling is data, not paranoia. Before Sunday, trust the no that rises up in your body and do not talk yourself out of it just because you cannot explain it logically. The full moon on the 30th is the headline of your week, and it is shining a light on something you have been avoiding letting go of. This could be a belief, a grudge, a hope you keep feeding even though it is not growing. The sky is asking you to name what that thing is and then set it down before the week ends. Not because you failed, but because you are ready for what comes next. So, we are going deeper now into what you are ready to stop carrying this week. Take a breath and let your eyes soften for a second. I have got 3 piles here for you. Pile 1 is the arrow, for those of you who are ready to move fast once you finally decide. Pile 2 is the coin, for those of you who are weighing what you give against what you get. And pile 3 is the key, for those of you who feel like something important is locked away and you are not sure if you want to open it. Pick the one that tugged at you first, not the one that makes the most sense. Your gut already knows which pile has your message this week. Okay, arrow pile. Your first card is the 8 of Wands upright, and this card is pure momentum. Something that has been stuck is about to move very quickly this week, faster than you expected. A message lands, a decision gets made, a situation that felt frozen suddenly thaws and starts rushing forward. You wanted things to speed up, and now they are, so make sure you actually know where you want this to go before it gets there. Your second card is Death reversed. And before you tense up, this is actually good news. Reverse death means you have been resisting an ending, dragging something out past when it should have been done. This week, that resistance starts to crack. You are not being dramatic about this thing. It really did matter, but holding on to it is costing you more than letting it go ever will. The card is saying the hardest part of this ending is almost over. And your third card is the 10 of Swords reversed, which is literally the card of getting back up after the worst of it. Whatever knocked you down, whatever felt like too much, you are coming out the other side this week. The pain is not gone, but it is no longer running the show. You are allowed to feel relieved even if you are also still healing. Arrow pile, your message this week is that the thing you thought would take you out did not, and now you get to move forward at the speed you actually want. Stop looking back at the wreckage. Your one thing before Sunday is to do something that signals to yourself that you are in a new chapter now, even if it is small, like deleting an old thread or rearranging your space. Mark the shift. Coin pile, your first card is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And this tells me you have been feeling like things are out of your control lately. Like no matter what you do, the outcome keeps slipping sideways. This week, that feeling peaks before it breaks. The wheel is not stuck forever. It is just pausing, so you can see what you've been putting your energy into that is not actually moving you forward. Your second card is the Six of Pentacles upright, and this is about the balance between what you give and what you receive. Someone this week is going to offer you something, help, resources, their time, and your job is to actually take it. You have a habit of refusing support because you do not want to owe anyone, but this offer is clean. Let someone give to you without making it weird. And your third card is the Page of Cups upright, which is a sweet, tender little card about a new emotional beginning. A feeling you did not expect shows up this week. Maybe a crush, maybe a sudden wave of hope, maybe just a moment where you feel genuinely open to something good happening. Do not dismiss it as silly. That feeling is information about what you actually want. Coin pile. Your message this week is that the scales are about to tip in your favor, but only if you stop trying to control every variable and let something unexpected in. Your one thing before Sunday is to say yes to an offer you would normally refuse, whether that is help, a compliment, or an invitation. Practice receiving without earning it first. Key pile. Your first card is Justice reversed, and this one is going to hit a nerve. Something has not been fair, and you know it, but you have been telling yourself to let it go or pretend it does not bother you. This week, that pretending stops working. The unfairness is real. Your anger about it is valid, and trying to be the bigger person is exhausting you. You do not have to blow anything up, but you do have to stop lying to yourself about how okay you are with it. Your second card is the Eight of Cups upright, and this is the card of walking away from something that looked right but feels empty. You have been staying somewhere, a situation, a dynamic, maybe even a version of yourself, because you already put so much into it. This week, the cost of staying becomes clearer than the cost of leaving. You are allowed to go even if you cannot fully explain why. And your third card is the High Priestess reversed, which tells me you have been ignoring your own knowing. You keep asking other people what they think, looking for signs, waiting for certainty, but deep down you already know what is true. The High Priestess reversed is a nudge to stop crowdsourcing your intuition and start trusting the quiet voice you keep talking over. Key pile. Your message this week is that the door you have been afraid to open is not as scary as the hallway you have been pacing. Your one thing before Sunday is to make one decision you have been putting off, not because you are ready, but because you are tired of waiting to be ready. Trust what you already know. Aries, this week is asking you to put something down so your hands are free to pick up what is coming next. The full moon and Mercury retrograde are working together to show you what has overstayed its welcome. You do not have to have it all figured out. You just have to be honest about what is not working anymore. Thank you for spending this time with me. I will see you next week.